Hi everyone, and welcome to my July favorites. So I haven't filmed a favorites video in general in quite some time, but I remembered for this month and I'm excited to share it with you, getting back into it slowly. It's a little surprising that July is over this quickly and that in a month, not even, I will be starting classes again, which sucks, but you know, that's what being a student is. So going into it, I have two or like kind of three shows that I've been watching, I've been really excited about. Number one is obviously Game of Thrones. Huge Game of Thrones fan. My sister actually got me into it, and she like rewatched the whole like 5 seasons I think with me at first, and then 6th season was beginning, so I was off at camp last year and I was watching that at camp, and then we're watching season 7 together. Whew, things are happening. Second to last season, like I'm super excited. It's on every Sunday on HBO, and if you have HBO Go, it airs an hour after on HBO Go after it does on television. So anyway, the next thing that goes hand in hand with Game of Thrones is this thing called Gay of Thrones, which is by he used to be an LA based hairdresser named Jonathan Van Ness, and he does this like segment or like skits or whatever on Funny or Die, and it goes along, he does like a 2 or 3 minute skit with a celebrity or someone that he does up their hair while doing a whole recap of Game of Thrones, and it obviously, since it's on Funny or Die, it's hilarious, so I recommend that you check it out especially if you're a Game of Thrones fan. I'll make sure to link it in the down bar below, so please make sure to give him some love, because like Game of Thrones is really violent and Gay of Thrones just creates a funny twist to it, and it's more like uplifting or like comedic, whatever. Next is a show that I've been binge watching on Netflix that I'm kind of getting back into, which is How I Met Your Mother. And I know the ending is like really sad for those who have watched it before, and it's like kind of like, really, this is how it was supposed to end, but I'm just rewatching it again. I wanted another 30-minute show to watch. I kind of like don't really want The Office to end, so I'm kind of slowly watching it because I'm on the last season, so I needed a new show to binge watch, so I'm watching that like all the time, every day. Getting out of TV shows, I have been reading a lot more. I reserved like these library books, and I have to like wait my turn, and I had been reading Harry Potter just to wait it out because I had finished Stephen King's It, and then I finished Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and my books came off hold, so I just wanted to give a little shout out. I borrowed 3 books by her. Her name is Tana French. The first book I read by her was like her first official book called In the Woods, and it was recommended to my friend. She like asked for book recommendations on her Facebook status, and I was looking through that because I wanted books to read, and I found someone had recommended In the Woods. I feel like I've talked about it before, but I really liked this author, and so I decided to like request all of her other books. And so I read the next one, The Likeness, and then her Faithful Place, and then her 4th book is actually Broken Harbor, which is the one that I'm reading right now, which is why it has a bookmark in it. And I really, really like this author. Ireland is kind of like her main base for where all her books are taking place. That kind of rhymed. And the thing that I really liked about her books is that, so the characters are all connected, like they all know each other. You don't really need to have read her other books to read her other ones. That's not really how it is. It's not like a series or anything, but her first book, In the Woods, was about a character named Detective Rob Ryan, and then he had a partner, because he's a detective, named Cassie Maddox, and that's what this book is about, The Likeness. And then she used to work undercover, and her, her CO, like her commanding officer, whatever, in undercover was named Frank Mackey, and that's who this book is about. And then there's a detective that comes up in this book, Detective Kennedy, and that's who this book is based around. So it all just kind of intertwines, which I really enjoyed, because you kind of like, if you've read her other books and they come up, you kind of like know some tidbits about them that this other detective might have thought of them, which becomes kind of funny. So that's just how they all connected. So I'm kind of just giving a shout out to the author in general and all of her books. I'll have them linked as well. I thoroughly enjoyed reading them, and they're just, because I really like watching like detective like crime shows, and so I had never really enjoyed reading about them because I liked seeing the visuals of them on TV shows. But then this author, Tana French just really like gives it a really good twist in every single book. You never see it coming, and it just gets more exciting. I never want to put it down, and also because like so many other people have them on hold, so I have to get through them really quickly. So they're a decent amount of pages, about maybe 400 plus usually, and they're really good. I highly recommend that you go check her out. The next thing that I have comes in my new night routine or shower routine is my Biore, my face wash, Biore Deep Pore Charcoal Cleanser. So I went out to buy this because my other one ran out, and it just feels so amazing. It's really good for oily skin. It deep cleans 2 times better and naturally purifies. And I had noticed that my pores were not doing very well, and I use like pore strips, but that doesn't get everything out either, and it's not that great to use it like every single day. And so I went out to get this specifically looking for something that'll clean out my pores, and you really do notice a difference. It's recommended to be used daily, and even if I don't use it one day, I can notice that there's like some buildup coming back. So you really do notice a big change if you use it every day. It's like made from charcoal, so after you use it and you wash your face and you're wiping it, like the water is washing it off, it just feels this like cool sensation on your face, like you have like putting a face mask, one of those sheet masks on your face. It just feels amazing, especially now in the summer when I feel like I need to be cooled down more often. Having that cool sensation feels amazing, and especially if you're using like lukewarm or like hot water and your pores are really open in the shower, and using that effect from the hot to the cold just feels amazing. So I definitely recommend it if you're looking for something to clean out your pores. I definitely love this. Another random favorites that I have is just a little shout out for all those girls out there who are on their periods. You know, once a month your period comes along, and you have to use like pads or tampons or whatever, or Diva cups or whatever you wish. But I do recommend using these Flex Foam pads from Always. This design is just really cute. I feel like they're kind of scented. I don't really know. I felt like I smelled it. But these floral designs, they have these floral designs and normal ones, but they're the Flex Foam, and they're thinner than the usual ones, so they're more airy, and they don't get as like sweaty or hot, especially in the summer, and it absorbs 10 times its weight, which is better than their original ones. Yeah, it has a light clean scent, and they're just more comfortable than regular pads, like especially if you don't want to use tampons. Like I feel like at home it's really gross to use a tampon, because then when you're taking it out and you have to wrap it in all that paper towel, toilet paper, I feel like it's kind of wasteful. But this, they feel much better, especially if you're not someone who likes to use tampons. So that's just a little random favorites that I'm pulling out for this month. Something else that I'm really into, it happened very recently, at the end of the month, that my mom was doing that. She had downloaded a Sudoku app on her phone, and I was like watching her do it, and she taught me how to do it, and then so I downloaded the app, and it got me obsessed with it, and that's what is consuming a lot of my time now if I'm not reading or watching my shows. There are levels like easy, hard, medium, and hard, but it's all like numbers and being able to know how many numbers are in this row and what you need here and there and stuff like that. So whatever, that was a really bad explanation, but it's really fun and it's a really good brain exercise. I think that's it with my favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know any of your favorites down in the comments down below. I'd really love to know, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Ain't got a soapbox I can stand upon, but God gave me a stage, a guitar, and a song. My daddy told me, son, don't you get involved in politics, religions, other people's quarrels.